We're going to begin with the news right now. I want to get to the investigation of former President Trump. There you see him leaving Trump Tower last night after news broke of the FBI searching his Florida residence, Mar-a-Lago. Chief Washington correspondent John Karl starts us off. Good morning, John.
Good morning, George. This may be the most politically explosive raid ever undertaken by the FBI. It's a stunning development. The FBI executing a search warrant at Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago property in Palm Beach, Florida, the place Trump has called the Southern White House. Trump himself revealed the news overnight, calling it an unannounced raid on my home, saying in a statement agents even broke into my safe, and claiming his home, quote, is currently under siege, raided and occupied by a large group of FBI agents. Trump was in New York at the time, not Mar-a-Lago. He ignored questions as he left Trump Tower. Federal law enforcement sources confirm agents executed a search warrant at around 10 a.m. Monday. Sources tell ABC News the action was related to allegations Trump improperly removed documents, including classified documents from the White House when he left office. In January, the National Archives retrieved 15 boxes worth of White House documents from Mar-a-Lago with Trump's cooperation. Sources tell ABC News the Department of Justice had started a grand jury investigation in May into Trump's alleged mishandling of classified information. They subpoenaed the National Archives for the classified material it had retrieved from Mar-a-Lago. Attorney General Merrick Garland has been tight-lipped about any investigations related to Trump, but he made clear last month that nobody, not even a former president, is immune from prosecution.
No person is above the law in this country. Nothing stops us.
Even a former president?
I don't know how to, maybe I'll say that again. No person is above the law in this country.
The FBI had no comment, but Trump put out a lengthy statement calling the search politically motivated and attacking the FBI, though FBI Director Christopher Wray was handpicked by Trump to replace James Comey after Trump fired Comey. Law enforcement sources say the search warrant was approved by a federal judge, something that would have required agents to demonstrate probable cause that a crime or crimes were committed. Republican leaders are lashing out at the FBI and the Justice Department. Kevin McCarthy, the Republican leader in the House, for example, putting out a statement saying, quote, the Department of Justice has reached an intolerable state of weaponized politicization. George?
John, you called it at the start the most politically explosive FBI search probably in American history, but it's not the first time they've looked at Mar-a-Lago.
In fact, George, ABC News has learned that a contingent, much smaller contingent of law enforcement agents visited Mar-a-Lago this spring. Trump was actually there at the time. They met with his lawyers, and they did retrieve some documents. Apparently, however, they were not satisfied with what they received at that last visit.
Okay,
George?
John Karl, thanks very much. Let's bring in our chief legal analyst, Dan Abrams. First, you got to kind of take a breath. FBI raid on the home of a former president. Let's walk everyone through the process so they understand what would have to happen for that FBI search to take place.
Right. First thing is they have to go to a judge, right? They have to be able to prove that there's probable cause that a crime was committed and that there could be evidence at this specific home. They have to be specific in the warrant. Judge has to then sign off on that. But even before that happened.
Well, that's what I wanted to do.
Even before that happened, you have got to believe that the highest levels of the Justice Department signed off on
The White House
this.
says they didn't know about it, but clearly Christopher Wray, the FBI director, would have known.
No doubt Christopher Wray knew about it.
I guess the open question would be, did Merrick Garland, the Attorney General, know about it, or his deputy, Lisa Monaco?
I've got to believe that Merrick Garland knew about this. You have to. I mean, when you're talking about going to the former President of the United States' home, the implications are so significant that you have to believe that Merrick Garland knew about it, and specifically that they wouldn't tell the President of the United States about it. I mean, it's for the same reason that Merrick Garland needs to know about it, is the reason that I think they want to make sure that the President doesn't know about it and isn't involved.
We believe they took documents away from Mar-a-Lago. There are questions about mishandling of classified information. That, of course, is a crime.
Yep.
It could prevent the President from running again, although that law is at issue. But there has to be something more, right?
I completely agree with you that to send this kind of FBI team to the former president's home, there has to be something more than just a Presidential Records Act violation. They have to know something that we don't know about yet. And I think that's why it's really important to pause here. We haven't seen the warrant. We don't know exactly what the possible crime is. And I'm not convinced that it's simply just a Records Act violation.
Well, then let's flip that around. If it is indeed just a Records Act violation?
I would think that that's overreach. I think if it's just literally that the president has documents that he was legally obligated to turn over and there's nothing more, I would think that would be a mistake on the part of the Justice Department. But we have seen great care by this Justice Department not to go too far, which is further why I don't believe that it's just
and that would be different from destroying documents or lying about whether you had the documents.
Correct. But again, proving that you destroyed the documents is a different issue than simply going there and trying to retrieve documents that the government believes belongs to it.
What a case.
Unbelievable. I mean, stunning. And that so few people knew about it, that it was coming as well.
Dan Abrams, thanks very much. Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.